The Booster Course Pass is wrapping up and Wave 5 is approaching us, so I think it is appropriate to finally talk about the 5 remaining characters coming to the Booster Course Pass. Following the patterns of Wave 2 last year, Wave 5 is probably going to release around the summertime, and following the patterns of Wave 3, Wave 6 will release around the winter or December time. There are a total of 5 characters left for the Booster Course Pass. Surprisingly, in Wave 1, we only got 1 character, which was a returning character, being Birdo. Knowing that there's 6 characters in total for the Booster Course Pass, I would have expected Wave 4 to have 2 characters. That way, Wave 5 and 6 could have the remaining 4, split out of course 2 and 2. However, this is not the case. I have a feeling that Wave 5 will consist of 2 new characters and Wave 6 will consist of the remaining 3. And the information that we got about these characters that is really important is that they're going to be from past Mario Kart games. Now this phrase is really controversial in the community because Mario Kart Tour was released before Mario Kart 8. But I guess Nintendo classifies it as a past Mario Kart game because they said the exact same thing about the tracks in this game. Tracks returning from past Mario Kart games. First off, I'm going to list all the characters in the Mario Kart franchise that are not already in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Starting off with the SNES, we have his DK Jr. Moving on to Double Dash. So first off, I want to talk about Paratroopa. I'm not really going to classify him as a new original character because he's a reskin of Koopa, or an alt of him in my opinion. So with that being said, the characters in Double Dash are of course the legendary PD Piranha and Diddy Kong. Moving on to Mario Kart DS, we have his Rob the Robot. He's a crossover who could fill this oddball slot beside the other guest characters. Moving on to the iconic Mario Kart Wii, we have his Funky Kong, and then we have his Mario Kart 7 with Wiggler and Honey Queen. She deserves to make her grand comeback one day. And lastly, we have his Mario Kart Tour. Again, we could technically call this a past Mario Kart game. The characters from Tour are insane. It really shames the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe roster. We have his Pauline, Monty Mole, Hammer Bro, Dixie Kong, Nabbit, King Bomb, Kamek, Charging Chuck, and lastly Poochie, which just released a few weeks ago in Mario Kart Tour. I really would have expected and hoped for Poochie to come in Wave 4 of the Booster Course Pass alongside Birdo in the Yoshi's Island track, but he didn't come, and that was really shocking. But yeah, that's 9, almost 10 tour characters that could enter in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Damn. Again, we have 5 slots left, so let's predict the possibilities. Wave 4, character 1, Birdo, of course suiting the Yoshi's Island track. Wave 5, characters 2 and 3, PD Piranha and Kamek. I chose PD Piranha for this wave due to the Piranha Plant Cove Nitro track that released in February in Mario Kart Tour. This track is pretty much based around PD Piranha and has his symbols and architecture everywhere. PD Piranha is destined to come in this Booster Course Pass. Pretty much confirmed. And then I chose Kamek because his badge was data mined or in the files of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I wasn't really keeping up with this, but I know that Kamek's emblem is in this game, so possibly he could come as well. The track that kind of suits him in this wave is SNES Bowser's Castle 3, which just did get remade in Mario Kart Tour. So it's really likely to be the last SNES track in the Booster Course Pass. Wave 6, characters 4, 5, and 6. The characters I chose for this wave are quite controversial, but hear me out. We have his Funky Kong, Diddy Kong, and Dixie Kong. That's a lot of Kongs, but I have a feeling it could actually happen. But of course, if they don't want to make this wave so Kong heavy, they could easily throw in Pauline. The reason why I put all these Kong characters in this wave is not for no reason whatsoever. There's actually a heavy speculated on and data mined track in Mario Kart Tour that has the code name Mob DK. Mob Donkey Kong maybe. And the fact that we raced in a car in a DK themed village in the Mario movie is quite interesting and makes this Mob DK track really possible in Mario Kart. And of course, the reason why Pauline is thrown into this wave for me is because she's related to the Donkey Kong franchise. In conclusion, I feel like majority of the Mario Kart Tour newcomers will not be in Mario Kart 8. The only reason why I really even threw in Kamek was due to the data mined emblem in the files a few years ago, and Pauline / Dixie Kong to fill out the last slot. Reason being is because I think that they're saving these characters for the next Mario Kart game, to draw in more excitement then. I mean, throwing in all of their cards to this 10-year-old Mario Kart game is quite absurd. It isn't the best business move. To keep things fresh, it would be best if they did indeed save these newcomers for Mario Kart 9. That is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe for more Mario Kart content. Keeping awesome, guys. Stay hydrated, stay blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.